I'm rather conflicted about Dirty Harry for the NES. On one hand, I think the game is an overlong, boring, difficult as hell piece of crap that I wouldn't want to play again if I had a .44 Magnum revolver jammed against my forehead. But on the other hand, I do have to give the game makers credit for at least trying to do something different with the Dirty Harry franchise. However, despite my conflicted feelings about the game, there is one level in it that I can say, without reservation, is a total piece of fucking garbage. It's the Cliffs level in the third stage of Dirty Harry. This level... Ugh, God, ugh. You just have to see it. So let's get into it. Levels from Hell, Dirty Harry, the Alcatraz Cliffs. After a brief but difficult gunfight in the beginning of the third stage, you end up at the cliffs. Now at first glance it doesn't seem too bad. Your mission is to get from one side of the cliffs to the other, using a rope to help you swing across areas that are too far to jump across. Sounds real simple, right? Yeah, well, you can make anything sound simple. Hell, I can make climbing Mount Everest sound simple. Well, you just keep climbing until you get to the top and you're there! The reality of this level is that it's a total fucking pain in the ass from minute one. Right from the get-go, you already have to deal with one of the biggest problems in this level. Rocks. That's right, I'm not fucking kidding. Rocks. Rocks drop towards you from the top of the screen and you have to avoid getting hit by them. If they do hit you, they can knock you off the cliff and kill you instantly. Or at the very least, they can knock you down to a lower cliff and cause you damage. But the biggest problem is that they don't fall in any kind of discernible pattern. That's right, they're totally random. Sometimes they can even fall on you right when you start the fucking level! Look at this fucking bullshit. I don't even have a chance to fucking fart and already I lost a life! You know, out of all the adversaries that Dirty Harry had to face, criminals, terrorists, incompetent bureaucrats, I didn't think that the biggest one would be fucking rocks! And there is no way to tell when a rock is going to strike. Sometimes you could go through almost the whole level and there's only a few of them, and sometimes you can start up and there's like 50 of them! The fucking game makers couldn't have bothered to program in a pattern so you could try to determine when a rock is going to fall, or hell, maybe even a warning sound before they hit the fucking ground. But no! Of course they couldn't do that! Heaven forbid I should have to use any fucking timing to navigate the level. Another big problem with this stroll through paradise is that the level design is really confusingly laid out. Most of this level is bathed in a chicken shit yellow that makes it almost impossible to tell what you can stand on and what you can't. Honestly, if you were playing this level for the first time and you saw that yellow rock, do you think you could step on it? Of course not. You wouldn't, and I wouldn't either. Yet there are certain parts of the level where I swear I could step on a certain type of rock, yet I fall through and die. How fucking difficult would it have been to have two separate colors, one for the background and one for the things you could step on? But we can't do that. We gotta make the level even more aggravating to play. There are even certain parts of the level where I swear it should be solid ground, yet I fall right through it and die. Like this spot here, it's solid ground. It looks like solid ground, but nope, I fall right through it. This right here is a prime example of the level's shitty collision detection. From the looks of it, I don't think they spent more than a half an hour trying to make sure that every platform in this level was solid. Hell, I'm probably giving them too much credit. They probably spent all of 10 fucking seconds on it. Yet another big problem with this level is the rope, or should I say the ropes. After you kill one of the bad guys in the previous part, you get 10 ropes to help you get across the cliffs. Why 10? You got me, I don't know, maybe they just like the number 10, or who the fuck knows. I would think he'd only need one rope to get across and he'd just keep reusing it, but nope, he's gotta get 10. Whatever. Anyway, when you come to an impassable gap, you press the A button to swing the rope. And here's where the problem comes in. You have no fucking control over this rope. Once you swing it, you're committed. You gotta say a Hail Mary and pray that you make it to the other side, okay? You can't stretch the rope out any further or swing back and forth to see if there's anything to actually land on. Nope, once you go across, that's it. And a lot of times you'll just swing into open space, then fall and get killed. One other aggravation about the rope is that when you throw it, for a split second you're frozen in place. So if you're about to go into a swing and a rock comes down and hits you, there's nothing you can fucking do about it. Yeah, this game's like Dirty Harry, alright? As in it rims a Dirty Harry asshole. So the only way to succeed is through aggravating trial and error. Which might not be so bad, except for the fucking rocks hitting you and knocking you off the cliffs again. And with a limited number of lives, you only have so many chances to get it right. The game does have continues and a password, but even with these in place, do you still want to fail because of bad platform programming and unpredictable rocks? Not to mention that this level has very little to do with the Dirty Harry films. Yes, there was Alcatraz in the third Dirty Harry film, but I don't recall Harry swinging across fucking cliffs like he was Tarzan or Spider-Man. Actually, this rope part might not have been quite so bad if Harry could rappel back and forth between the ledges. You know, like something a real climber would do? Oh no, but we can't be realistic. We gotta give him 10 fucking ropes, and once he runs out of those, well, he's fucking boned, and that's it. One other thing that doesn't make a whole lot of sense is that in this part there's no bad guys. So they station guys all throughout Alcatraz, but they don't bother to put anybody here. In fact, hell, I think I'd rather have armed bad guys here than the fucking rocks. One other big aggravation in the level is the music. It starts out well, don't get me wrong, but the problem is it loops over and over again until it gets really fucking tedious. After a couple of minutes of it, I just shut the sound off because I couldn't take it anymore. What this level basically boils down to is this. You jump, you fall off the cliffs, you swing, you fall off the cliffs, you get hit by a rock, you fall off the cliffs, you just keep falling and falling until finally you scream fuck it and turn the goddamn thing off. And the worst thing of all is that this is the hardest part of the level. Everything after this, though still difficult, is a fucking cakewalk compared to these cliffs. Hell, the final boss is a pushover compared to them. In fact, I think they should have made the cliffside the final boss and put that fat fuck here. At least it would have made some fucking sense. So in conclusion, about the only thing I've taken away from this level is a newfound hatred for rocks. Oh yeah, and I have a newfound hatred for Dirty Harry, and I never thought that would happen. As for the game, well, you can play it, but don't be surprised if this level makes you hate Dirty Harry and rocks too. This is Film and Stuff signing off. Thanks for watching. Yeah, this game's like Dirty Harry, alright? As in it rims a Dirty Harry asshole.